What up, B? Anybody who is going through a purge right now or a massive releasal? Yeah, whatever. A massive release. Please know that even though it may suck ass and it may feel like one of the worst dark nights of the soul you possibly could have ever accidentally, for your best and highest good, conjured up for yourself, please know it's meant to fucking be. And my team is saying that they're doing these types of things because they really want you to know all parts of yourself. And that includes the hidden parts of yourself. And it's not just, they're not just talking about the shadows. They're talking literally about the things that are buried right next to the good that is you. Like right next to the good that is you is exactly something you're unaware of that's laying in your subconscious. And they're talking specifically about your heart space and your higher heart space. And they're talking about during this last little purge and this last little release in excess and whatever before the next step, they need you to bring awareness to the hidden parts of you in these areas. And it's going to hurt a little bit, but it's only because they want to show you how much is in there. And I know that's hard to understand, so I'm going to give you an example. And it's a personal example for myself, but it could be helpful to others. So I was told to sit back in the seat of the student and to really take another deep dive, right? So I've been taking a deep dive. And then they basically told me that I had to release somebody. And I thought I had already. Until it dawned on me that there was something that I was hesitant to do. And I was like, but why does it feel like I'm hesitating, like I'm just skimming the surface and I'm not going deep enough, right? So then my team started like throwing the cards, let go, release, move on, time to go, like, time to move forward, like step into the new. Like it was like all of the stuff, and they just keep telling me all this. Boom. It just hits me to the chest. Instant, blown over chakras wide open, pathways are lighting up all over the place. And it's just because in that moment I was unaware of just how big of a space this energy held within myself. And I was unaware of it. And it hurt like shit because nobody wants to let go of something that they truly fucking care about. And nobody wants to have to release something. And you always have that what if, and you give it over to spirit and you give it over to the divine. Like if I release it, there's a chance that if it's not serving me or my highest good, it might actually fucking leave. And you're always told to release what's not yours. 3:03 on the clock. You're always told to release what's not yours. But then actually fucking doing it when you didn't think that it was a big deal for you. That's the mind fuck. So then, you're sitting there battling it. And then at the end, next day happens. Then you sit back and now you're reflecting on what the fuck just happened. The last 3 days, you know what I mean? And my team just said, it's happening for a lot of people in the collective. Shadow off to my left. It's happening for a lot of people off in the collective because they're trying to bring awareness to these spaces. They're trying to bring it from your subconscious into your conscious mind, showing you not only just how big your fucking heart is, but just how much you actually do fucking care. And they're saying that, yeah, sometimes it's in the painful moments that you realize just how much you fucking care. And this is just, they're like showing you the good in you in like a really difficult to understand way. But it's still important to release a lot of the stuck or stagnant things in your subconscious, and especially deep down in your energy that you might not be aware is affecting you, 414. That you might not be aware is affecting you on the day-to-day. And they're just saying that in order to clear it up, it allows for, they're using the word divinity, but insert whatever label you want, for divinity to flow through you. So if you could clear the roadblocks, more things can flow through you, more things can flow your way, and you are less resistant to go along with the flow that they have already planned, that you have manifested, that you have asked for, your answered prayers, your highest timeline, whatever the fuck you want to use. They're saying that they had to do this purge, this massive release, this let go, in order to allow you to more easily go with the flow of the shit you've already been asking for. And it just, 505, they're just saying that they're going to continue to lay the signs on you really fucking heavy, because they know that they're calling this uncharted territory for a lot of the collective who chose to take this leap of faith, who chose to take this big releasal, who is going through a massive dark night of the soul, a huge purge, releasing. They're saying that they're going to continue to flood you, your space, and your mind with a ton of symbols and significances that are just for you. So they're asking you not only to look at the normal shit that you see, 111, 222, but they're asking you to really look for your signs. When you're talking about something, you turn around and boom, there it is. When you're thinking about something and the next day, boom, there it is. They're talking about all the little signs and synchronicities that are specific to you. They're going to use the ones that are specific to you, because they know that after this, it's going to feel like you don't know where the fuck you're going and you're kind of traveling, blind in the dark. But they're saying there's going to be these little things that are going to assure you that you're on the right road. They're saying they can't be as hovery over you right now, because them hovering super close would be blocking your flow. And I know that's hard to understand. So they're not gone, but they're just going to take a step back and allow you, kind of like, they're showing you like a kid in a pool with like floaties, you know what I mean? Like mom's there, dad's there in the pool in case something fucking happens. They're in the pool, but they're going to let you swim a couple feet away with your floaties on, and they're going to be right there in case shit happens. And they're going to be telling you, kick, 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 pump your arms the entire time. And that's the image they're showing me. They're just going to take a step back, but they want you to feel the flow yourself. Now that you've released something that was pulling you down, in sense, holding you back, kind of interrupting the flow state, they're going to allow you to now get accustomed to the new flow, but they can't do that if they're hovering, right? If they're hovering, you don't have the ability to feel the flow yourself. You're feeling it through them, and that's not what they want right now. They want you to be able to feel it and flow yourself, but they're going to be there guiding you. And they're saying when you're at the point where you're like, oh, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. What if this? They're saying follow the signs. Follow the signs, because they're going to tell you what to do. They're going to tell you what to go. And they're going to be giving you signs that even if they don't have an immediate fucking meaning, the presence of the sign is you're on the right track. So don't go 737. So don't go winding your shit up. They're asking you to find the peace, but peace is not in your mind. Peace is in your heart. So they're saying when you get wound up and you get out of control and maybe you miss a sign, you feel like you're all alone, they want you to go into your heart space. They don't want you to go into your head space and make yourself feel better. No, they want you to go into your heart space, because they're saying you're going to find your guidance in your heart space, because that's what the fuck they just had you clear up. They're saying, finding, this is going to be hard for some people who have never known peace. They're saying that that's going to be the peace that you seek. You are now becoming the peace that you seek. And once you no longer are seeking peace outside of yourself, because you are that peace, is when they introduce things outside of yourself. So right now, this is like your lonely road. I know it's kind of fucking shitty, but that's the truth. You have to be 100% by yourself. And then anybody they bring in is 110. You know what I mean? They want you to be good by yourself. It doesn't mean you're going to be lonely. That just means they're going to take a step back, so that you can learn to swim by your fucking self for a second. When all you've ever known is chaos, and all you've ever known is instability, the peace can seem like a problem. And they're just telling you that it's not the problem. And they want you to find your own rhythm within the peace that you've cultivated. Bye, B.